Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
And it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
Looking for a gap. It's Robinson. Got the first down and more. At the 35, he's got room. Flying out to the left. All the way into the end zone for a touchdown.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it back. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Bowling Green's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. Be interesting to see what they do today.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man downfield. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Wilkins. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. Quarterback keeps it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Unleashes one. Tosses it incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He'll take it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And that's a good response by this defense. They gave up some yards, obviously some plays, more than they wanted to, but when it got to the area in the scoring zone, in the area where it really matters, nice job on 3rd down, getting the sack, and possibly forcing the field goal.
Here comes the field goal unit. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. Absolutely center cut. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Rush is on him. He felt the heat, trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or 2. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. A little bit of feeling each other out there, down 7-3 as they open this drive. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets it out quickly. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Finds his tight end. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Quarterbacks are just like anybody else. They get in rhythms. And to get in a rhythm early on 3rd down and have a little success here and get the sticks moving, great chance to continue to get this offense moving down the field to get some more points.
The Falcons are flying down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. Let's talk about Bowling Green for a minute. Biggest problem for schools that aren't the traditional powerhouses, getting the bodies they need, especially on the defensive front. And, David, they got a good one out of high school last week.
It's so nice to get a 3-star defensive line. A guy like that's got some size, that's got some potential. Again, you want to rotate those guys as much as possible, keep them fresh. This guy could be a player down the road.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. They go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Gets the back moving. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires complete on the crosser. There he goes. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10. leaves it with the running back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Going to swing it on second down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Man, how about this defense, man? That's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting them on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. When you've already seen your quarterback go down 3 times, you might as well try holding, and they didn't get away with it. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That brings them to within 1. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Off play action on 1st down. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Snags it over the middle. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it.
They had the 1st down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. Back to pass on 2nd down. They'll run the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Catch in the middle, it's McFadden. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Defense says no thanks, declines the penalty. They'll take 4th down. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. And the Falcons with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Quarterback keeper steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Falcons will line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Wants to go up top on first down. They're working that left side. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Motion from the back. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Caught behind the line. It's Robinson. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Jukes his way for more. Thought they had something set up there, but he'll be stopped just short, and it'll be 4th down. A completion good for the percentage, not good enough for the first down. Here comes the punting unit. He makes the fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and they feel like they should have scored a touchdown every single drive. So while it's been good, not great, David, just execute a little bit better, and they can put this one in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think you point that out. We went all the way down the field on 2 of our first 3 drives and got field goals. Now, just a little better execution when that field starts to shrink and it gets a little bit more difficult.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Falcons will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Off the play fake on first down to throw. That's caught. It's Robinson. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch and gets the score.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area, throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. That's exactly what happened.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 14-6. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. He'll do it himself. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. What will they dial up on It's second and a long way to go. They'll go to the ground. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Give to the running back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Falcons will send out the punt unit. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. They'll run play action. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Not much working there. It'll be second and 9. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. Second down, he'll throw it. Got his man quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a third and long. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Falcons will call on their punt team. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Wants to fire on second down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now, you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And here comes the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Here's the handoff. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. Back to the ground with the running back. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with third and 4. The Falcons come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. From the gun on third down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Breaks into the open. He got enough for the first down before sliding, but there is a marker on the field. It might be coming back.
Holding. Offense.
When you've already seen your quarterback go down 3 times, you might as well try holding, and they didn't get away with it. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Wide open downfield. Turning on the Jets. The 10. Touchdown Falcons. Made the grab and took it on into
receiver get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they cut it to a 14-13 game. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking downfield on first down. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Grabbed behind the line, it's Williams. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. They bring the punter onto the field now. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Quickly complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
So the offense gets an automatic first down after the roughing the passer penalty. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Falcons looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They'll ride the hot hand. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bowling Green.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution in the drive by that offense.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. So now it's 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on 2nd down. He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete as the pass is knocked away, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's see who it's on.
Holding. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Corralled and brought down by the defense. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 15. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. Guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught for the touchdown.
And that's a deflating end for this defense to the first half. You're trying to hold them to at least a field goal attempt, make the clock maybe run out, use it against them. They couldn't do it. They couldn't stop this offense, and that quarterback just delivered and took the momentum in this football game.
Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short. The Falcons want to pick up the tempo. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. To the air on first down. Bringing the heat. And just too much on that pass. Too high, too wide, out of bounds, and incomplete. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Quickly to the tight end. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Late hit on the quarterback gives this offense a free first down and some yardage. Wants to throw on first down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. And he is sacked as the defense adds a little emphasis to wrap up this first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Allegiant Stadium.
Just about set to get this second half underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Bowling Green has it back to Falcons. trailing on the scoreboard right now, but they are very... Oh, he's got some space. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Gives it on the option. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Sends it back in motion. Wants to go up top. It's complete. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Falcons will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got the tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He'll pull it on the read. He'll be hauled on the board on 1st and goal. Wants to throw. It's Wolf. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, the defense, they're smelling blood in the water now. Of course, they've already knocked the starting quarterback out of this game, and now with the backup in, they're bringing more pressure. It almost looks like they're more excited to get after him. This is just a very excited, very emotional defense right now.
And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. Smashes it between the uprights. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Robinson. And eventually taken down. But what about that spin move? Gives him the 1st down yardage. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Finds the tight end.
Well, nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the 1st, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front. Hunt is on its way. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake. Turning it on. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. And the Falcons, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. He's got 69 yards on the ground as he gets closer and closer to that magical 1,000-yard mark for the season. Makes the catch. It's Peterson. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Unleashes one deep. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says.
Holding. Offense.
Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. Looking downfield, it's Wolf. He just got rid of that one to save the down, didn't see anything he liked. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Falcons will try to pin them back with the punt. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. He makes a fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. Out of the gun to give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. After getting nothing done on the last one, this is a big play. 2nd and long from the 11. Wants to go up top. Got a man. It's McFadden. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Wants to throw on 3rd. Pocket breaking down. He saw just enough daylight to move the sticks and get it done with his legs. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Snagged out of the air. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Looking for space. It's Robinson.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Now the play fake. Makes the grab along the left sideline for the huge gain. Finds the finish line for the touchdown.
That shows you the importance of the run game and balance on offense. They run the football. Next play, they come back. Safeties, linebackers, bite on the run, opens up the big pass down the field. He catches it, and he glides into the end zone for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the... He's got it down the right side. And he's out of bounds, but not before a good, sizable pickup, and that has been a rare sight in this one. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit. And you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
And the Falcons trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here's a heat. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
It's always so hard for offensive coordinators to adjust their game plan. When you lose your starting quarterback, now you got your backup, and a lot of times there's so much cautiousness. You just don't want to run him that much, or you don't feel comfortable with the whole playbook, and you can see it there. And you can see the cautiousness, the hesitation led to a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
And every time he gets brought down, everybody kind of gasps for a second because you're already on quarterback number 2, and you got to protect him. You got to keep him upright. The least amount of hits as possible because you definitely don't want to go to QB number 3.
The Falcons will punt it away on 4th down. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Gonna run it. It's Robinson. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Trying to impose their will with the run. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. So that penalty is going to cost them the 1st down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. Off play action. Got his man down the middle. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires it down the seam. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Looking downfield on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Everett. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Holding.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. After getting moved back, it's 1st and 20. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. They just keep firing. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Right down the middle. Makes the grab. It's McFadden. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Needs a big completion on 3rd and long. He'll pull it down and run. And he gets down on the slide, and that's not the only thing down. There's a penalty marker on the field. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. The defense elects not to replay the down, brings up 4th down. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. The hand to the running back. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The play-action fake. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Looking for a man. It's Wolf. Throws to the tight end. And the ball was knocked away, incomplete. But unfortunately for the defense, the quarterback was knocked away and roughed. When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. Caught in the backfield, it's Peterson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Going to swing it on 2nd down. On target. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Falcons send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fields the punt and tries to help improve that field position. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Power football with the run. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. 3rd down play from the gun. He's going to fire deep. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
Thank you very much. That's what the quarterback's thinking on that last play. I think he was even shocked that his receiver was that wide open downfield. He'll take it.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's got it on the run. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Holding. Offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Back to pass on 2nd down. A shot toward the end zone. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but it's only by 1 possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making, and that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
To the air, it's Wolf. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
You know, I'd be worried right now if I were this head coach. I've already had my starting quarterback knocked out of the game. I'm watching my backup quarterback now get ragdolled around as well. What can we do to protect him and give ourselves a chance to win this game?
The Falcons decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Quick shovel pass. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Holding. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now on second down after the short completion. Back to pass. He lost it high and deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. On the run, it's Robinson. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out.
Holding. Offense.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The special teams on the field after the declined penalty. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Now adjusting. Across the 25, he's got room. He got past the sticks and slides to a stop, but there is a flag on the play.
Holding. Offense.
This offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. Dropping back, it's Wolf. Tight end finds a soft spot. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul. Looking at task. Defense.
This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. There he goes. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
And the Falcons have taken it inside the 20. He'll keep it himself. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, no, the ball popped out. Defense got it. They're on the run. Nothing but green grass down the middle. The 20. He's at the 10. And he's in for the score. Touchdown.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the fourth. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, one with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll run the counter. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll run it. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Lining up to convert third down. Looking downfield, it's Wolf. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that falls incomplete on fourth down, but wait just a second. There is a flag, and this is a big call. When you're trying to protect a lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. Wants to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll run the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jones. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Falcons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. Just gets rid of it before the heat. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Slings it downfield. That's reeled in. It's Wilkins. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Wants to throw it. Lost one deep down the right side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Off the play fake on first down. Lofts one high and deep. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go?
Holding. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Second down, he'll throw it. Catch in the middle, it's McFadden. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Makes the catch, it's Everett. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a fourth down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Punt is in the air on fourth down. On his way back from the 20. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. To the air, it's Wolf. Got the big tight end on the corner route. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds. Wants to fire on second down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Holding. Offense.
His offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. He's got his man, makes the grab, and they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Now on second down. Looking to fire. He's got it. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Fires to the big fella. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
Now, I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job on this team being ready, getting the W.
And with that, the season comes to a close for these two teams. Another bowl game is all wrapped up, and we are finished as well. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, thanking our entire crew and thanking you for being with us for another presentation of EA Sports College Football. We'll see you next season.